and welcome to this new tutorial. Today I want to talk about again sidechain compression and resampling the sidechain output. We know that with the last firmware, Roland has introduced the sidechain compression on the SP404, and you can use it the way is intended, so you can duck some loops or signal following other signal as a source, or you can use as a sound design tool. These two patterns here are the same pattern. In this case, there's no sidechain compression going on over the loop. And this is the version resampled with the loops sidechained. The loop in question are this one, this, and this, just as an example. And this is the sidechain version. As you can hear, they have different sidechain rhythmics going on. This way, you can see the sidechain compressor as a tool to make space and let the various elements of your track speak one to each other. But before we start, if you need a one-on-one custom lesson on the SP404, just check my Gumroad page alongside my sample specs, available also on the page. And if you want to listen my last live set in London, just check my Subvert page. Now, just a recap on the settings. On the sidechain tab, the source is bus 1, which is the kick. The target is dry. We will be back to the settings of the compressor itself. And on the other tab, the dry routing is set on dry. On bus 2, we have an isolator, and you have to set it to -infinity to all the three bands. The bus setting is on serial. We have the bus 1, which is going on bus 2 into the isolator, and all the rest is on the dry bus. This means that we can, we can, with a tap of a button, isolate the sidechained signal without listening to the source anymore. This way we can resample our pattern and our sidechain patterns. Now, let's start with this one. And I want this loop here to be less intrusive. So let's place the kick and this loop on a new pattern. 2 bars is good. Nice. Let's go in the sidechain tab, and here we can start to playing with the different settings. Now the trigger is the kick on the downbeat, but we will change that. The release, it's convenient when, for instance, you want to, let's exaggerate, you want to tame a little bit the transient. This is release at 0, and you are taming the transient. And by lowering the threshold and the ratio, you free more space on the tail or on the body. Now the transient is more prominent and the body is less. Now the contrary, it's subtle. Sometimes playing with this parameter lets you achieve the best results you can achieve. Now, let's change the rhythmic of the trig, because we don't want necessarily the sidechain every time on downbeat. We can change the rhythm of the kick. So let's activate the bass 2, so we are hearing only the sidechained signal on the click track, sorry, the kick track. We are now changing the way and the position where the sidechain is triggered. Now it's on the upbeat, and this can make sense because we have another open hat in another pad. So maybe taming a little bit this open hat can leave space for the one shot. So let's leave like this. Let's resample. Nice. This is the resampled version. This is the original one. Hear how the hi-hat is less intrusive. Now we want to change the trig. You can use also another separate trigger for sidechain, but it's basically the same. Cool. And just to have a reference, this is the original one, and this is the new one. It's more contained. Cool. Let's continue. We want to use maybe this guy here or this here. Let's try with this one. And it's the same process. So we have to, first of all, put the trig into our sequence. Nice. It's assigned to the correct bus. Let's mute the kick and let's do the same thing with this new loop. The previous loop was sidechained on the upbeat. Now I want to occupy this space in between. So let's try something that is useful. Maybe something like this. Nice. Let's try like this. Let's resample. We have these two guy. So this one. And we have also to delete this guy here. Nice. Let's unmute this one. And let's also add this. Nice. It's a lot more focused, but we are not losing danceability or rhythm. The upside down, we are gaining danceability. So basically, by sidechaining in one loop one precise moment in time and in another loop another moment in time, we are creating rhythm and movement beyond the kick. Let's go with the third. Now let's do the same thing for the last loop, and I want to be a little bit more intrusive in this example because this is a very wide kind of sound. So let's start by putting this on the sequencer. Nice. Let's go into the sidechain settings and let's push it a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more of floor. Let's leave like this. And now let's try to change the rhythmic of this one. So maybe something like this, or we can duck the downbeat on the kick. Too much. Nice. Let's leave it like this. Resample. Perfect. This is the new one. And this is the original one. As you can hear, just with the sidechain compression and with a little bit of creativity, you can achieve fast results and your track will sound better. You can do the same thing for other kind of sample, like 2-3 melodics or stuff like that. Usually I want my 2-3 to be ducked with the kick. Basically, let's add 2-3. And this one. The 2-3 and the melodic are ducked. Maybe we want to duck a little bit more. Nice. And yeah, this is it. I just wanted to show you my process when it comes to think about using the sidechain as a sound design tool. There's a lot more to experiment. You can use, as I said, the same process for other kind of samples. The core concept is always there. In a loop, we want to identify its function, and then with the sidechain, we want to bring out some elements that are hitting in a particular moment in time. This way, we are ducking the various samples in different positions during the bar, and this works always good with your kick. I hope this tutorial will be useful for you, and if you have suggestions or comments, feel free to write down in the comment section. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Ciao!